One of the most important times in every high school teen's life is prom night. So when a celebrity decides to crash it, they can't help but lose their minds. These are 10 times celebs crashed a high school prom. Don't forget to keep your ears open because we are going to hit you up with a quiz question somewhere in the video. And as usual, the best answer will get pinned to the top of the comments. If you are new to our channel, don't be a wallflower. Click that red subscribe button to get in on the prom action. Selena Gomez. Sometimes teens like Selena Gomez are too busy working on becoming stars to attend their own proms, which is exactly why Gomez hadn't been to prom by the time she was 16. So of course her curiosity was piqued when she walked past a high school prom in Toronto. While celebrating the release of her film Princess Protection Program, Gomez and BFF at the time, Demi Lovato, ditched the movie's party to hang with a crowd more their age. The Etobicoke Collegiate Institute just so happened to be partying in the same district as the film premiere party. When Gomez and Lovato spotted the festivities, they knew it was too good to pass up. The pair were able to convince the security guards to let them have a peek inside. Minutes later, they were dancing up a storm with other prom-goers. Sadly, their prom night was cut short when security asked them to leave since they weren't students of the school. That didn't do much to damper Gomez's mood because hours later she was bragging about the prom crashing and how happy she was to know what prom is like on Twitter. Jason Derulo. Growing up in or around Los Angeles can make teens immune to star power, but when a celebrity decides to crash your prom, it's still one of the most exciting experiences ever, especially if that celebrity is pop star Jason Derulo. In 2013, Culver City High School students thought they were going to have a normal prom. Little did they know that Derulo was backstage waiting to surprise them. The time finally came and Jason took the stage in front of the prom goers who proceeded to lose their minds. Derulo performed a few songs and jumped around so much that he had to take his shirt off. He even stayed around long enough to help crown the prom king and queen. Students were so shocked that their school was able to pull this off that many of them were speechless. In the end, everyone had a fantastic time, and Derulo, who had never been to prom, had his first successful prom experience. Shaun White. It seems like every year more and more teens are asking their favorite celebrities to be their prom dates. So when Pennsylvania teen Carly Monso reached out to Olympian Shaun White in hopes of getting him to go to prom with her, she was very hopeful. That is, until she never heard back from him. He is a busy Olympic athlete after all. She ended up finding someone else to take her to the dance and forgot all about it. Then, while at prom, she was called to the stage by one of the deans from her school. Once up there, the stage's curtain dropped, revealing Shaun White and his band, Bad Things. Monso was obviously in shock because she had no idea White had even seen her video, let alone that he would show up to her prom. White and his band played a few songs for the prom-goers while Monso jumped around on stage. White was even able to share a slow dance with Monso. Considering it was White's first prom, it is safe to say the Olympian had the best prom night ever. Nina Agdal. If you aren't someone's first choice for a date for prom, don't worry, you aren't alone. Even celebrities like Nina Agdal weren't their prom date's first choice, but that didn't stop them from having a blast. In 2013, Jake Davidson had his heart set on going to prom with Kate Upton. He uploaded a video to the internet hoping she would see it. Davidson lucked out because not only did Upton see it, but she even tried to clear her schedule so she could go to prom with him. Sadly, the supermodel was filming a movie and had to ditch Jake, leaving him dateless. That is until Nina Agdal stepped in. The Sports Illustrated model may not have been Davidson's first choice, but he wasn't complaining. Agdal showed up for prom night, making Davidson look like a stud in front of all his classmates. The night went off without a hitch, and Davidson even told Nina to look him up if she was ever back in LA. Agdal instead hit him up on Twitter, praising him for being a great prom date for her first and only prom night. Justin Bieber. It's pretty much every young girl's dream to win a date with Justin Bieber. The only way to top that date is to actually have Bieber take you to prom. But that isn't exactly what happened when Justin Bieber crashed a prom outside of Los Angeles. Apparently, the Biebs was working on his new album in 2015 when he heard what sounded like a party. That party turned out to be Chatsworth High School's 2015 prom. Bieber couldn't resist the urge to make a scene, so he popped in to check it out. Of course, the scene turned into chaos as Bieber walked through the dance floor with his security team. He had time to get a few dance moves out and even danced with the prom queen. And just like many celebrities before him, this was Bieber's first prom experience. The singer and his security team made it out of the prom unscathed. Who was one of the first celebrities to crash a prom? Leave your answer in the comment section and we will pin the comment with the most upvotes. Katy Perry. No one can keep Katy Perry from a good time. Just ask the kids from Melbourne High School in Australia. One thing the teens weren't expecting was a pop star crashing their prom. The prom was taking place in the same hotel that Katy Perry was staying at while she was in Australia. Perry was walking through the hotel while the prom was going on and she heard a familiar tune. Her song California Girl started playing at the dance, so she decided to crash the party. The singer managed to make her way through the prom crowd, found a microphone, and proceeded to sing along with her song. This, of course, set the teens off into a frenzy. Perry finished her song and was quickly whisked away by her security team, but not before making a big impression. One teacher from the school had no idea who she was and just figured she was a teen making a scene. Vanessa Hudgens. In 2014, the Art Elysium, which is an organization that uses art to inspire ill children, teamed up with Sylmar High School to give one student a very special prom. Cesar Guerrero was a student at the school who was battling cancer. He became the star of the show during a prom that was thrown in his honor. And because of her previous years working with the Art Elysium, Vanessa Hudgens wanted to do anything she could to make the night even more special for Cesar. Hudgens happened to be Cesar's celebrity crush, by the way, so she knew what she had to do. Hudgens, who had never attended her own prom, got dolled up and surprised Guerrero at the dance. Guerrero was obviously excited and overcome with emotion. The pair took photos together, danced on the dance floor, and Hudgens even gave him a little peck on the cheek. Guerrero was quick to post pictures of the night to Instagram and thanked his new celebrity friend for surprising him. And of course, Hudgens was all smiles while posting a selfie of her and her prom date to her Instagram. Charlotte McKinney. Considering she's a high school dropout, model Charlotte McKinney never had the chance to go to her own prom. She claimed she was bullied so bad in middle and high school that she just stopped going. Thankfully, that hasn't done anything to slow her down because the girl is on fire. But when she isn't busy on set or bearing it all for the cameras, Charlotte likes to give back. One of the organizations she is involved with is called Best Buddies. The organization helps people with learning disabilities cultivate meaningful relationships. So when Best Buddies threw their members a prom, McKinney knew she had to get in on the action. The model surprised her fan Samuel Castro and his date when she tagged along for their prom night. McKinney gave the teen a boutonniere and even wore a royal blue dress so she could coordinate with the couple's Beauty and the Beast themed prom attire. The trio had a great time dancing and singing the night away, and Charlotte had her first prom experience without having to deal with any school bullies, giving her the ultimate last laugh. Dwayne Wade. Living the life of an all-star NBA player and league champion can get exhausting, so no one blamed Dwayne Wade for blowing off some steam at a social event during the 2013 season. Nicole Muxo was no stranger to Dwayne Wade, having met him a few times during book signing events. So she knew she had an in when she made a video asking the NBA player to be her date for prom. Initially, Wade didn't get back to her, but that didn't do anything to slow the determined teen down. The night before her prom, Muxo sent Dwayne a direct message on Twitter letting him know when and where the event was. Considering he had nothing to do the next day, like win an NBA championship, he decided he would go. But not before throwing her off by calling Muxo and letting her know he couldn't make it. Moments later, after the call, he showed up at her prom with flowers, surprising her and the rest of her classmates in the process. Muxo claimed it was the highlight of her senior year and proved that if you never ask, you'll never know. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner didn't have the same upbringing as other people her age. Because of this, she chose to be homeschooled from 9th grade on, meaning that she missed out on several high school social events like prom. But not all is lost for the reality show star, because she was able to have her first prom in the spring of 2017 and help a lonely fan at the same time. After being rejected by a girl at school, Rio Americano high school student Albert Ochoa decided to take his chances when he asked Jenner to the dance instead. The risky move totally paid off when Kylie Jenner surprised the teen by showing up at his prom with BFF Jordyn Woods. Newly single Jenner proceeded to share a slow dance with Albert in front of his shocked classmates. Not only did he get to go to prom with Kylie Jenner, but he also got to rub it in the face of the girl who rejected him, making Albert the absolute king of prom rejection comebacks. And Kylie finally got to feel like a normal teen by attending prom night with her best friend and a camera crew. So, did you figure out the answer to the quiz question? Who was one of the first celebrities to crash a prom? The answer is Tupac. Tupac was his god sister's daughter's prom date back in 1996 after she wrote him a letter asking him to take her to the dance. What would you do if a celebrity crashed your prom? Let us know in the comment section below, and for more celebrity action, check out our video 10 famous people who finally came out. And don't forget to subscribe to The Richest. See you next time!